Hi, I'm Francesco. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah. What else would you like to know?
Operation on the radiation in all the narration surrounding the nation. Radiation in the sterilization in the information, waiting for sedation. Wanna feel like a real emotion. Wanna spin till I'm in too deep. Wanna deal in a real commotion. In an ocean, weaving with emotion.
So I started running in high school for fun. Just running on pavement. I remember hearing of trail running and thinking, that's stupid. What do you run up a mountain? And then here I am, 20 years later doing it. Lived in New York City for 5 years after college. When I moved back to Utah, I was like, man, it'd be silly to not be running in the mountains. So started running in Mill Creek Canyon on the Pipeline Trail, and from there I realized, I've been on some of these trails when I was a kid, hiking with my dad and my brother. And just started running more and more, and just stopped running on pavement. Now trail running's kind of taken over. In the winter I like to backcountry ski. It's like trail running except you get a ski down, so a little more fun. But when conditions aren't right or winter's slow to kick in, then we still run in the end of November. It's the best sport, best way to get outside, clear your mind, have a good time. So right now we're on Reynolds Peak, and this is a peak that I take friends on that are new to Utah or visiting from out of town. As you can see from the views, it's a stunner with everything that's around. It's easy to get to, 3 miles up from the Milty Trailhead and Big Cottonwood Canyon, or you can hit it from Mill Creek Canyon. I also like to take people that are visiting up to Sunset Peak, up between Alta and Brighton. That's another great spot. It's relatively short and the views are great. You got a bunch of lakes you can see along the way. There's just so many beautiful places up here. It's just crazy that over 1 million people live just a few miles from where we're at right now. And we won't share the summit with anyone today. We'll just be alone. Just remarkable that you can get away and escape. Have this oasis here in the mountains. As I got into trail running and kept kind of slowly increasing the mileage, I started doing ultra marathons, and initially I thought, it's a marathon, you're supposed to run the whole time. And quickly realized that that's just not advantageous to push your body that hard for that long. So a lot of people have this misconception if they follow you on social media, see what you're posting on Instagram, like, oh yeah, this guy's just running the whole time. Like, nope. There's a lot of hiking, there's a lot of walking. There's a lot of, during ultramarathons, on the side of the trail in the fetal position, puking, feeling miserable, questioning life and why you're doing it. But by the time you're done, you're saying to yourself, I do that again, I could probably figure this out. I could keep the stomach under control. It's just this crazy sickness of pushing yourself and finding your limits. And part of it's just, you do so much training on your own. When you do get to go out on a run with friends, you'll meet people, and misery loves company, and you're going to be out for hours and hours, so you just settle in and really get to know people. And I've made some of the best friendships that I have from ultra running, trail running, because you're out and you're relying on your partners to keep you safe, keep you company, pass the time, pass the miles. It's just a great thing to have this. You know, the important thing is getting out. It doesn't matter if you're just hiking to something that's easy to get to or trying to pull some big miles. Just get out and enjoy nature. It's the best to be out here, have this, and experience it. So in the summer, kind of a common problem I've had is overheating. So I started running in these plaid button-up shirts that are actually 100% cotton, which normally sounds miserable. It's typically, I'm kind of a snob. I wear Patagonia stuff, so their cotton is a little more breathable, but it'll retain the sweat to help me stay a little bit cooler. If I lived in St. George, I could be a great runner and running out in the heat, but not here. My body just never acclimates, so love wearing plaid shirts to stay cooler, keep the sun off my neck, stay smart. So works for me.
She won't come back. She won't come back. 'Cause Judy went fishing in high definition and won't come back. Got to the top, but she's at it again.
A lot of my training, running activity in the summer when the weather's good is getting out with my kids, and I've had both my kids on the summit of this peak multiple times. You know, I put them in the pack and I'll hike them up, and they love it, and we'll make sure to not, anything I do with just one of my kids in the pack, try not to have it go over 3 hours. Make sure you got plenty of snacks to keep them happy when you get to your objective. So we'll set them down in the pack and bust out the Stinger waffles or fruit snacks, fruit juice, whatever keeps them happy, and they're stoked to be out with their old man, having fun, and just try to make jokes and tease them and have a good time. And then in the summer, if I take both of them out and go on something shorter, usually try to have a lake or a stream as the objective. So once we get there, let them kind of roam free and throw rocks in the water and put up a hammock, chill out, eat some snacks, and have fun. And that's been great to do what I love and give my wife a break. This is kind of a selfish sport if you're a trail runner, because it requires a lot of time. So I like getting out with my kids and sharing this with them, and Sometimes there's some bribery involved, you know, a Hot Wheels car or ice cream cones or whatever to keep them motivated, but it's a small price to pay to share this with them.
They said I'd never find you, and if I did, I'd never live to tell the story later. I'm lost out in black and blue. A piece too straight could find the blame and pain of the saber. And a lover in the
So from here you can see Brighton Ski Resort, Solitude. This is the ridgeline that divides Big Cottonwood and Little Cottonwood, but you also see the Little Cottonwood ridgeline behind it. You can see Alta, Devil's Castle, Sugarloaf, Baldy, American Fork, Twin Peaks, Superior, Cardiff Fork right here, Days Fork, down in the valley, Broad Fork, Twin Peaks, Mount Raymond, Gobbler's Knob. Just crazy all the peaks you can see from here.